Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 8:15 on Wednesday night. Day 2 of the 24 Festival in Cheltenham is done and dusted. I was just watching a video that was forwarded there. The finest bit of scalping ever seen coming out of a race course. It lasted for a minute and a half. A Sligo man that's over there sent it to me. The Lord save us and bless us. I cannot understand young bucks, and them all well dressed, and them absolutely baiting the shite out of each other, blood and booting on the ground, clothes tore, and an odd woman squealing when her boyfriend or partner or whatever, or brother, got a few dongs. It has happened too frequently. Too much drugs and drink. And I was in Cheltenham when I was a young fella and middle-aged and now getting on. I wouldn't bother going to it at all. The likes of that had just turned me off. Absolutely. I couldn't get over it. I was looking at it sort of sideways because I can't watch that stuff at all anymore. I thought it might be the bookies getting a few scalps. They got lucky again today. Well, if I just look at the results like I did last night, we'll go through each race just briefly. We had Ballyburn, an absolute machine altogether, pure jet. You can see why Henry de Bromhead avoided him yesterday, and I think if Ballyburn had went and won yesterday, Slade Steel would have won today. It was just a matter of which horse turned up in which race, because there's the two best novices. Very impressive. Be interested to see what will they do with that. Would they ever throw it over jumps next year or stay at the over hurdles? We had the 210. It was a good start for the punters like that. I never got as many texts and messages as I did today from people that had done doubles and trebles and 4 up and 5 up and waiting on 6. We were here in I actually made a few pound on this, but I thought coming to the last that Giovinco would get up for second. I backed him at 40-1 each way, small money, and then backed him without the favourite each way at 18-1. So that bet came in, and then I had him at 10-1 without Facile and Stay Away Faye. So if Stay Away Faye had finished second there, we could have collected. That's why I thought it just didn't stay. It seemed coming up the hill. Good run from Monty Stair up at the pace all the way. Stay Away Faye pulled up. I got excited coming over the last. Shanbelly Kid actually picked up in front and landed in front. I was on him last night at 25s, and I got 33s last night about Black Bamboo with a couple of bookies. Finished 6th. So I made a few pound on that race. There are 2 horses that will do all right in Ireland. Black Bamboo especially only rated 21-8, but there'll have to be something done with what the Skeltons got away with over 3. If that was a small trainer in Ireland or even in England, to be bothered. If you look at it there, he won off 141 today, won off 141 last year, same race. Soft ground as well. And then 10-1, 40-1, 41, 66-1. Went up £6 and came down £6 and hosed up today. So who's fooling who, or what's the story? It's not right. They should be running on their merits. I never heard so many excuses about this, that and the other over the winter with the horse. And then we come to the one that saved them millions today. I heard the commentator saying that there was over 4 million bet on Betfair and over 3.5 million was on El Fabiola. And I don't want Willie put sort of the hex on the horse, saying that there was never a problem or he was never too worried about his jumping. He didn't jump the first few too cleverly before he took off for that one. And actually, Gentleman, he was behind him at the time. He did. Normally when you'd make a mistake, you'd expect the jockey to rouse him on a bit and get back sort of in contention. He wasn't that far down, and if he got pulled up 100 yards on, I'd be more I'd be more forgiving in one way. But maybe he heard something snap or something. I have no idea. I don't know how the horse was. I seen him walking away all right. That let a lot of people down for money. Gentleman to me, I thought coming to the last as well that he was going to get up. So similar with that, I backed him at 40 to 1. He was at 40s this morning, each way. So they're only paying the 2. So I was hoping he might get second. I fancied him sort of to run well today, sort of come off the pace. He was tailing El Fabiolo, which wasn't to be. Then we had the other one called off, and then we had Unexpected Party. That was 5th or 6th in the Turners last year. First time back at that trip, well trained for the race. Sanwar finished 6th, a neck out of money. Because I had that at tins the other day, and it would have got us a few pound back. The other one was pulled up, and I fancied the other one more so, but it wasn't to be. He ran no sort of a race. And then Mullins in the bumper to get his 100th winner for the father and son combination. Gordon second and third. But anyway, what can we do? We're on to tomorrow. The Turners are the first race. I advised Facile Vega at 6s and 8s there a number of weeks back. I was hoping that he might step up and trip, like out of Vega, who was a good stayer on over hurdles. This is his first time running over this trip. I think it's between the top 2 in the market. Ginny's Destiny runs well, but it's coming up from handicap company, first time in a graded race. I think it's between the 2. It's hard to know what to expect of Facile Vega. It could be the start of the next century for Willie getting one up tomorrow, 101. No, that'd be 101. But I'll be doing a reverse forecast. I was hoping for bigger odds on both of them. They might slip out a bit in the betting in the morning. Reverse forecast. I have Facile Vega backed to win. I didn't back it each way at 6s and 8s. And there's a horse there that might outrun us odds tomorrow, Zanahiyr. I was looking there, a top 4 finish for Zanahiyr is 2 to 1. Because it's hard to know what to expect from Iroko being off for so long. And Zanahiyr, he beat Aspire Tower the last time it ran over 2 mile, and I was saying a step up and trip is what he needed. I think he could go okay tomorrow. In the top 4 place, and 2 to 1 might be a bet. Anybody into that? On to the Pertemps. Won last year by Good Time Johnny. I think it's 5 and 5. No, we have the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of the last 8. The Irish have won. Sarda barely won it a couple of times. It takes a pretty decent horse and a well handicapped horse to win this. And I think I'm correct in saying that no one has ever won the final with winning the qualifying. I have come down on 2, and I'm breaking the mould for that, because I was cool for Ted and Shane O'Callaghan. This won a qualifier. It was 12 to 1 earlier, I think. There's a bit of money for it. Normally, this race at Christmas, you'd always be looking years ago, whoever finished 5th or 6th to qualify. But this actually won it by a neck that day. And then that was off 123. But if it didn't win, it wouldn't have got into it, because it had to win at the time. And then it ran pretty well behind Maxim in this race.
And coming there with the very man, Max Domingo Canal Lane, followed by Shanbelly Kid, and Park of Kings is keeping on in between horses. It's Maxim down to the final flight, kicking away by 3 lengths to Grey Cool. Park of Kings, Canal Lane, Shanbelly Kid up the inside, then Yeats Star, Panda Boy, the final flight coming up, and it's Maxim the leader from Grey Cool trying to mount a challenge. Then Park of Kings, Yeats Star is coming home best of all on the outside, and then Shanbelly Kid and Panda Boy, but it's Maxim and Carl Miller maintaining a couple of lengths advantage from Yeats down on the outside of Grey Cool. Maxim needs the line badly. Will get there from Grey Cool, Yeats Star and Panda Boy.
Yeats there, that's running in the Merton Pipe on Friday. Panda Boy, that was a good. I always follow that race, but Grey Cool. I had it down as an each-way bet, and hopefully it'll reverse the trend that it has, that the winner of a qualifier never won. The other one I'm giving a chance to tomorrow is, there's a bit of money for it too. It was 20s earlier, is Popova, owned by David Maughan. Met him a few times at the races, met him at the Dublin Racing Festival, himself and his 2 sons. I'd say they'd be heading off tomorrow. They could be, I would imagine, they're 2 good Hershey young lads. They might be giving up school for a day or 2. If you're listening in, David, let me know what you think. Best luck tomorrow. But it was 4th in that qualifier in Punchestown. And it hasn't ran since. It has been targeted by Henry de Bromhead, and Rachel Blackmore is riding. So that finished in 4th. That a Pleshameen, we picked that up out of that race that day, and that hosed up in Limerick since for us. So anyone that won a few pound on that the last day, I suppose a loyalty bet, he won at a big price, didn't he? The 11 to 1. No, what price is it? And 11 to 1, and he was just slightly ahead of that, so he qualified on that, so he's in decent form. On to the next one, the Ryanair. This is a great little race tomorrow. Envoi Allen won it tomorrow. This will be, it's 5th year, isn't it, running? 6th year. It was run 3 times at the festival, and it was 3rd to an Ergamine, and it tipped up when it was 4 to 9, wasn't it? Yeah, this is 6th year. 6th time going to Cheltenham, knows the way. 3rd to an Ergamine in 22. It was the year before that it fell at 4 to 9. Won it last year. Beat Shishkin. There's no Shishkin in this race this year. Stage Star won the Turners last year. Pulled up the last time it was seen 73 days ago. Nichols and Cobden. I'm not sure about all those novices and younger horses last year, because even the ones was running at a trip, nothing really has stood out when it came up to the next level. I think Envoi Allen is the horse to beat tomorrow in this, and Banbridge, the ground has gone against it. I'd be surprised if it runs tomorrow. Capadana won for us the last time, but I think it's too short this race. That won the Cotswold race. Conflated could go out in front tomorrow. It's a 10-year-old. It'll do all right. Ahoy Senior, a 9-year-old as well. And like me, they're getting on. I think the likes of Ahoy Senior, Envoi Allen, and even Protectorate, rated 165. I think they could be the horses in the fray tomorrow. I know that I'll be doing putting 3 of them, Protectorate, Envoi and Envoi or Ahoy Senor in a tri-cast combination. But I think Envoi is the pick for me. On to the Stayers Hurdle. Another Grade 1 hurl staying race. We were on Teahupo last year, and as a 6-year-old, it was second. I got into a bit of bother coming up on the run to the last. Sire de Burley, but I think he was blindsided, Russell, that day. But it's the top rated in the race. Ground is right for it, has been put away for the race. It looks the most obvious winner to me because it has the ratings, if you look at them there, they're all in the 150s. Sire de Burley at 159 is second, but he's 162. So Jack Kennedy for Elliot. Elliot horses hasn't hit a winner yet, but they're running pretty decent. I suggested. Where did I? Oh yes, in the Ryanair, I forgot to say. Wait, we'll go back there again. I mentioned Field Door at 33-1. It's a 12-1 shot. I thought with the step up and trip that it might suit, but it's only a 6-year-old. But anyone that has listened to me that time, including myself, I have it backed each way. 18-20-1. Where was it here? Stayers. Teahupo is the selection there. Noble Yeats, I'd say, could be the danger. So maybe with anyone that does it without the favourite, that could be a bet. The Plate. Where am I here? 410, the Plate. Yes. Willie Mullins has never won a handicap chase in his 100 wins. And he was favourite the other day with Meeting of the Waters. He came third. I'm picking one of his tomorrow each way, Glengouly. It's an 8-year-old. The last time, I thought it ran very well the last time, and when it went out in front in the Thyestes chase. Behind Ain't That a Shame, but it was ahead of Angel's Dawn, Stormy Judd. That was a decent run. And Danny Mullins on it tomorrow instead of Paul Townend. If he got out there in front and got into a nice sort of a spin, he could. I'd him picked out. He was a bigger 16-1. Yeah, there'll be each way. They're paying 5 places. And I had picked another one with it, had I? No, that was it. An each way bet on Glengouly. Riann with Danny Gilligan. That looks to have. That was the one I was sort of looking at as well for an each way. It was second to Hartwood in that grade 3 in Leopardstown. It looks like it has been trained for this race. We were on it before, when it won the first time out. We were on it a couple of times, but it's a big price that day. And Danny Gilligan taking 5 off. The Mayor's Novice Hurl looks to be. Well, he won the first 5 of these. One, two, three, four, 5, and then Henry de Bromhead. And it's gone to England the last 2 years. It looks to be between the Irish 2 again this year, between Brighterdaysahead. That's fierce well bred altogether. It's a half sister to French Dynamite, Indiana Jones, Mighty Potter, and Caldwell Potter. Bred in the purple, as you'd see in the sales books. I think it's the horse to beat, even though I was impressed enough with J. de Gruge when it won, but 2 of them are unbeaten. Unless the dead heat, one of them is going to be having it something other than a 1 after tomorrow. So I'm going for Brighterdaysahead, straight forecast. On to the Kim Muir. A lot of horses that we have won a few pound with in this race. I think there could be 5 in it. We have Cool Survivor. We won on that a couple of times. We won on Angels Dawn. Angels Dawn won this race for us last year at 10-1. Dom of Mary. Flash to Tumzane won us 11-1 or 12-1 in Galway last October, 12 months. It's hard. It seems to be a plot job with I know the way you're thinking. If you look at the one handicap run, and 'twas 9th at the Dublin Racing Festival, in that same race that we were looking at a second ago, that has been behind top class horses, Riann was second in it. So if Riann runs well earlier, it'll be a pointer to this one. But the handbrake obviously was on. Maybe the 2 handbrakes. Might have 2 on that day. Rated 144. Only went up a pound. If it went up 2 pounds, it wouldn't get in. Carrying top weight. Cool Survivor. That's a horse that we won a couple of times, but it probably definitely liked the 3 miles too. But I wouldn't be surprised Dom of Mary at a big price. I see it's there 20 with 365 and they're paying 6 places. I was hoping this would go into Saturday to Midlands Grand National over 4 mile. It won in Plumpton over 3 miles 4. It hosed up that day by 11 lengths, wasn't it, or 12? 10 lengths. Went up £9 for it. 3 mile and soft or good ground the last day wasn't long enough of a trip and to staying on. The shrewd money seems to be on, I know the way you're thinking, it has a good pilot. Harry Swan is on Cool Survivor, but Angels Dawn was 3rd in the Thyestes. So if Glengouly runs well, there's pointers to this race earlier. If Glengouly runs well earlier, that hasn't ran since the Thyestes, that was 3rd. That's always a good race. And crept into it that day, just didn't get there. It wasn't that hard on him. So we won on that last year, 10-1. It drifted a bit, so we'll stay with that. And the backup would be Dom of Mary, that might be staying on, because it has Finney and Maguire picked up to ride. So that's it. We'll see how we get on tomorrow. Trying to get a bit of no pint yet this week, but we'll have them on Friday. I think we might do the dog on it Friday. I always sort of do, and I might head down to a pub in Leitrim on Friday for a scatter a porter, a gang of us. But I have a nephew's 30th on Friday night as well, so can't miss that family outing. So we'll see how we're going. Anyway, Bash the Book is over and out.